Notice this. I have right here, usually here's what you would do, is you would bring all of your white, you see I can't even find them. Alright, so you bring them all up and you make a daisy or flower, whatever people call it, different things. You'd line up the colors, right? You bring them down, and then you create a cross. It's a lot slower than doing what I'm about to do. Instead, what I do when I make my cross is I find, okay, so these two are already created for me, and they're opposite colors, because I know that green is opposite of blue, so these are in the right spots, even though their colors aren't lined up. I'll explain in a second. This orange, I know, has to go here, because to the right of green is orange when yellow is facing up. So if I put, and this is opposite of that. It's supposed to be opposite of orange, because red and orange are opposites. So if I put this here, and this here, then my cross is done. I'll do another example for you. It's right here. So I have here, I see that this is an opposite color. You want to know why? Because orange is over here, and red is opposite of that. So, and I know that this, if I turn this over here, I can make it an opposite color. If I it's pretty much all opposite, so I'll just do this. And then I can place this in the back. Now that was pretty inefficient, but it's still a lot faster than the daisy. I was just trying to do it kind of as like you have a very short amount of time to figure out what you're going to do. Anyways, for this one, what I would do is, for me, I would usually see that this is an opposite color here, bring it down. This is also an opposite color, and these two are already paired. So if I bring this blue down here, turn it twice, fix this and this, then my cross can be done. Every single time. F2L is a very, very important part of solving your Rubik's Cube. If you cannot do F2L, you will not be able to be even sub 20. And this is pretty much what this video is going to be more leaning towards. It's going to be sub 20. Sub 15 comes with practice using these things, because I can be sub 15 using these things, but it's a lot easier to be sub 20 than it is to be sub 15. So anyways, F2L is pretty much seeing, usually what you do is you place in all of these, for the beginner's method that is, right, like that, and you create one layer, and then you create the second layer, but you do them both individually. The better way to do it is to do the first and second layer at the same time. Now, I see that these two pieces right here, for example, match. I did an F2L tutorial on this channel already, but these two match, and if I pair them, you see how the colors match, and if I put them in right here, it creates the next part of the layer. It's very interesting. And if I just do that, there are 3 different cases. It's about 72 or whatever important F2L algorithms that you should know that I don't. But you see how I can do that like really quickly? But that's F2L for you. I mean, honestly, if you combine your cross with F2L, now obviously all of this takes a lot of practice. I messed up, but but you get the idea. Boom, you see, F2L can be done very fast, even if you mess up. I could have gotten sub 20 solved with that screw up right there. Like, seriously, let me do another one. Actually, this is really good. I'm doing example solve with this. Now, P.L.L. and O.L.L. are very important, very, very important. I'm not sure if you need them to be sub 30, but to be sub 20, you absolutely do. Now, you can also use 2-look O.L.L. and 2-look P.L.L. to be sub 20. I know the people that are. But I use full P.L.L., which is 1-look P.L.L., and to look O.L.L. For the most part, I know a lot of algorithms. I know like 20 something, but there's also, 57. So I know like 22, so actually I don't know a lot. But the idea is that you create your cross, and what you would normally do is you would line everything up, sort of, yeah, like that, and then you line up, you make all of these the same, right? And then, now, as efficient as I may be able to do that, it's not as efficient as doing this. Definitely not as efficient as doing that. And that was slow for me. So, yeah, it's definitely very efficient for last layer solving. The idea behind O.L.L. is that you're trying to get all of the yellow edges and corners facing upwards. Now, I don't know this algorithm. This is one of 57. So I just pretty much get my cross, and then there are 7 algorithms you can memorize. That's called 2-look O.L.L. This is called a swoon. And then I get all of these to the top. And then I see I have a bar here, and I have all of you have to do with P.L.L. It's the same, I just said I had bar, and then all these. And this is one of 21 algorithms, which I already know all of those. Except for the fact that that was the easy version of that algorithm, but, is what it is. I'm learning. I'm still going. But there's a bunch of algorithms that you can learn, and they're not honestly that hard, especially after you get to learn all of them. Just fiddle around with it, practice. After you learn them, I'm going to be doing a P.L.L. and O.L.L. tutorial, I believe, on this channel very soon. I don't have it now, but I will get it. But those are very important, 3 important steps to getting to sub 20. This last 4th thing, this step to being sub 20, sub 15, is look ahead. Look ahead is very important. It's seeing the next step before you're done with the previous, which meaning I know, of course, I'm going to try to find out what my whole cross is before I've even started. So during my 15 seconds of inspection time, I know that this needs to go here, turn down, this here, turn down, this goes down, this does a double turn, I'll just do it. So I know what my cross was before I had even done anything. Now, I don't usually do this, but while you're doing your cross, you want to be looking for your first corner, your first F2L pair. I know this one is here, that was lucky. But this one right here, so now we're just going to find this. Now, as I am turning it, I'm looking for the next F2L pair and figuring out where it's going to need to be placed. You see how I can still do that really efficiently, even though I'm turning it very slowly? I'm already done with F2L before most people trying to turn it really fast can do that. Like, I was doing it so slow, yet that could have been pretty quick solve. That was definitely somewhere around sub 20. So I'm just going to show you this again. Yeah, the idea behind it is that you're going to be trying to move in a constant motion. If you're moving in a constant motion at all times, you will almost always be under 20 seconds. Almost always. So a constant motion without messing up. So let me show you again. I'm going to try to figure out my whole cross. Pretty easy. All I got to do is fix this, make opposite colors, fix that, and then I'm going to turn a little slower. Right? So it's very, very useful. Looking for the next step. It's kind of intuitive. Look for the next piece while you're placing it in, and turn slower while you're practicing. This is something I suggest you don't time yourself when you're learning how to do look ahead. I'll just do my cross quickly, and I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to turn it really slowly while I'm looking for my next piece, and eventually you'll be able to do it really fast, right? And sometimes I like to set up my next piece before I'm even ready to work on it, so that I can just pretty much create an F2L pair without working very hard. But anyways, that is 4 simple steps to being sub 20 or even sub 15 to about where I am. So I hope you guys have enjoyed and found this useful at all. And yeah, with that, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.